everyone. Today I wanted to show you a few things from our soon-to-be-released 2019-2020 annual Stampin' Up! Catalog. I can show you the cover, but I can't show you inside pictures yet. So here's a sneak peek of some of the cool stuff you'll be able to create starting June 4th. You can order. And the first things I want to show you are some of my favorite things to look forward to with every annual catalog, the new in colors. We start with Pretty Peacock, and then Purple Posy. It's like a very light lavender color. I'm not sure if it's showing the true color in the video. Rococo Rose. I really like this color. It's like a dusty rose color. Seaside Spray, and Terracotta Tile. I always forget that the words show up backwards when you film. I don't quite understand that. And then let's take a peek. Well, maybe I'll show you the papers, and it'll be easier to show you all the colors together. So they have a little collection of all the new in colors together. You can buy them in individual packs of paper, or you can get 4 sheets each of the 5 colors, so 20 sheets total, a little sampler pack. So then here, I'll spread them all out and then hold them up for you. These colors really do look super cool all together. Sometimes the in colors look okay as a group, but like better on their own. But I really think that these look so pretty, just so cool all together. Just very like, I don't know, Italian Tuscan village sort of dusty, very rustic kind of colors. I really like these together. And then something I think is really cool that Stampin' Up! Is doing is they have made a suite of products focused around the new in colors. So there is, I don't have them, but there is a 12 by 12 pack of DSP that has all of the in colors incorporated into it. And then this is the stamp set from that suite. It's called Woven Heirlooms. Very scripty font. I feel like that fits really well with these rustic, kind of dusty colors. I think is going to look really nice together. And then there are some embellishments, some gorgeous ribbon, kind of the lace with the strips of color in it. I can't wait to order that in the start of May. Demonstrators get to pre-order in May, and then we got to pre-order, they call it, these products when we attended On Stage, one of Stampin' Up's biannual training events. So that's why I already have my hands on some of these new products, and it hasn't even hit May when demonstrators can pre-order. The next thing I'm going to show you is called the Perennial Essence Suite. We got to make several make and takes at On Stage, and one of them focuses on this suite. So I'll show you the card first. This says, with friendly thoughts and best wishes today and every day. So this will give you a sneak peek. I always love to stamp on the envelope, excuse me. So we'll start with the DSP. Sometimes that's the most colorful and eye-catching right away. So there are always 2 of each in the 12 by 12 stacks, and they're double-sided. I think always 6 designs because it's 12 sheets. So I'll show you the pairs together. Most of them have a pattern side, like the, I'm getting confused with this whole mirror thing here. They're very, what's that called, the impressionistic, the paintings with the flowers and everything, and then the other side having kind of like a texture or a background sort of feel to it. So again, here with the flower side, and then with the texture side. And I really love how the flip sides really complement each other. This green brings out the different greens of the leaves and stuff in here. This previous pair, the light pink brings out these different shades of pink in the flowers. I think I'm really going to have some fun playing with the combination of the front and back. And now most of these seem to me darker designs, but this one is quite a bright floral. So if you want some brightness in there, you'll get it in this suite too. And then this one, if you look closely, you can kind of see some flowers a little bit in there, but it's really a very watercolory brush sort of look. These ones I'm not quite sure if I'd pair together so much. This one reminds me of a night sky, honestly, and the flowers kind of just look like stars if you don't look too closely. This one I really like. Also a slightly bit brighter, but still with a dark background. And then the beautiful, like outer spacey kind of colors. Really thinking of wedding cards for this, anniversary cards. Very elegant designs. Super bright one here. And then again on the back is super, super dark. This one doesn't fit the texture side so much like the first couple of them. This one pretty much has just the flower pattern on both sides. And then one last group for you. Some really nice drapey flowers kind of hanging, weeping willow sort of thing. And then some of the pink and blues coming in on this sheet again. So that is the Perennial Essence DSP. And what I really love, I'll see if I can get close enough, they tell you down in here the colors that they used in this. So then you can pick out coordinating inks and cardstock, and you'll be right on with your color coordination. I always keep this sheet. Some people type it out bigger and display it better, but for me, I just keep the sheet that the DSP packs have and refer to that. It also lists in the catalog under the description of the DSP packs what colors are in there. And then when I ordered this, also part of this Perennial Essence suite, I did not realize it came in 12 by 12, but we have vellum paper, 3 different colors, and it says again how many. I looked it up. I think it was 4 each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 3 colors, 4 each. This one is the petal pink. There's just so many. It's so much vellum. And then the old olive, one of my favorite classic greens that they have. I love the new Granny Apple. That's my favorite new green. And then this one, oh, I had it and I've lost it. Oh yeah, it's the same from the back of the other one. It is the So Saffron, the lightest yellow. It looks a slight bit different in the vellum, but I really think I'm going to have to come up with a way to use all 3 of these on the same card, maybe with the punch or something. Find a way to use them with the DSP. I almost didn't get the vellum paper because I thought, well, I've got the DSP, but I think they're going to go really well together. The designer search paper, pattern paper, along with the vellum cardstock. Really excited. And I maybe wouldn't have jumped on this suite if I hadn't won both the punch and the stamp set I got for free at OnStage. We get loads of free stuff, gift giveaways, all the supplies for the make and take, sometimes they give away. That's how I got this. So since I had the basics, stamp set and punch, I thought I better get the rest of the suite, see what I can come up with it. And now seeing the DSP and the vellum paper in person, I'm really glad I was encouraged by winning this to get the suite. And these are just such big, bold flowers, nice detail in there. We do have a leaf punch. Have it right here in front of me. It looks, I have not tried it yet, but it looks like they will coordinate. Really, really excited to use these big flowers. I just loved that on the card there. And this is how the punch works with the stamp set, and we stamped on vellum. It takes a bit to dry, but if you wanted to speed it up, you could put clear embossing powder over the top of the vellum and then heat set that. So really, really fun. Flowers in the background, some of the DSP there. I'm going to put a light piece of color on the inside with this dark Blackberry Bliss. And I don't have the name of this punch, but it's going to be in the same suite. Before I forget to mention, one of the cool new additions to the new catalog is Gotta Have It All sort of order number for the suite, where if you want the bundle of the stamp set and punch or stamp set and die set, depending on the suite, and then the embellishment and the ribbon, and everything that is paired in that suite, there is an order number for all of it, and you don't have to type in all the individual order numbers. You can still get everything individually, but if you just know you want to order the whole suite, like when I order products, I usually order everything in the suite, so then if I see samples that I like, I know I'm going to have everything. I just like having all the materials that are already paired together, coordinated together, and it makes creating your own cards a little easier too. So I'm going to be using those gotta have it all, order the whole suite numbers a lot, I think. And then this ribbon, very, very pretty, kind of shiny and sparkly. It's petal pink. Again, these light colors, just, I don't know if it's picking up it a little better in the camera there. You can see the color. And it's called the striped organdy striped ribbon. Very, very cool, very pretty. And then this was really neat. They're like little fuzzy caterpillars, I've heard them described as. The embellishments, I'll just hold them up a little bit better. They're just these little fuzzy, it's hard to get it to focus, it's so little. I'm going to tilt the camera down a little bit. These little fuzzy adhesive backed things, you can floral centers. They're supposed to go in the middle of all those beautiful floral designs in your DSP packs. They're the Perennial Essence Floral Centers, so very, very cool. And they'll probably work really well with the flowers from other stamp sets as well. Next suite is the Sailing Away suite. Really is fun to talk about all these things. I was trying to plan out what I was going to say, but I thought just go with it and tell them what you're thinking. Again, I'll show you the card first. It's let hope be your anchor through the storms of life. I've heard that phrase before. My mom loves lighthouses. I'll have to make her a card pack with the lighthouses. You can see a little bit of this rope DSP and some navy sort of nautical lines. Really cool. This, I'll better show you. Excuse me. This twine is navy with crumb cake. I think very original. A lot more like rusticy nautical type thing than if they had just done white or very vanilla for the neutral. I love that it has, let me see if I'm saying that correctly. I'm pretty sure it was crumb cake. It could be gray granite, but I'm pretty sure it was crumb cake. I will in the description correct myself if I'm wrong. So then we'll jump to the basics. It has sailing home, a couple different ships, a couple different nautical sayings, set sail in the direction of your dreams, you're my true north. I like that one. What a great one to make for your partner, your spouse, for your anniversary or something like that. Would be really cool. I really like this sailor sort of knot one. Even birds up there to like build a scene kind of thing. I really think this is a fun one. I kind of felt in our last annual catalog there was maybe a lack of masculine sets, masculine papers. I feel like they're making up for it in this catalog. And then this bundle has the Sailing Away stamp set along with, oh, and these are new embossing folder, or what are these called? These are the dies. New die folders. So a little different enclosure. I'm still kind of getting the hang of it. It's a little tighter getting this thing back in there, but it's a thicker, or like it's smoother, I think. And they're taller. I think they're going to be the same size as the new folders. Something is supposed to like line up better than previously. And there's still no picture of the dies to help those of you who keep them in here out. I like having them all out in the open, so I get the magnetic sheets from Stampin Storage, separate company from Stampin' Up, but they just work super, super well. You can make your own, and I find myself using my dies more and not dreading opening up the package and peeling them off the sticky stuff and trying to get it to stick back on there. I really like separate dies. I can flip through them to find the one I want. But let's take a look at these dies. So then you have some of the ones that coordinate with the stamp set. So I can fit them in the shot together. You can see a lighthouse to cut out the lighthouse, sailboats to cut out the sailboats. There are 2 of them. And then they have a few extra pieces. A little, what's the ship's wheel called? There's a real word for that, but I can't remember. Some of these kelpy, seaweedy things, this rope die cut, a compass dial to fit on the compass. How fitting. Love that coordination. So a couple little extra sentiment dies to cut out your sentiments. Oh, I see there's some very tiny sentiments in here too that little one would be great for. So really excited to create some masculine cards, or even just like pretty sailing themed cards for ladies too. But you know, sometimes you just jump to when there's not as many available options for the men. If there is something, that's all I think of using that for. But I would love to get a beautiful sailing, traveling themed card like that too. And then we have these really cool trinkets. There are some little sailing wheels. Again, I know there's a name for that. That's a little better focus, huh? Not perfect. And then the little anchors, like was shown on the card sample, and they are detailed. There's some depressions or raised parts. And then there was one more, I thought, oh, maybe not, just the wheels and the anchors. So 2 different designs in here. I'm gonna guess there's 12 of each. Usually, 10 of each, okay. And then 20 altogether in this little trinket pack. Then, I said I was gonna start with this on the other one, but I got out of order. This is the Come Sail Away DSP. So the names sometimes of the products in the suite are slightly different from each other. Some of these, again, are the kind of background, I forget the word I used, designs, and then the other ones have the patterns on them. So I'll show you those together. I think this one would go really well together too. I think this could be fun. Some of this for like new baby that's a boy kind of card. This one has all sorts of nautical instruments, the little plotting things. I really don't know my sailing terms very well. A little bit lighter, stripes still blue, but just a little thinner. This one is fun. I like the kind of background graininess, if you can pick up on some of the patches I think you can see in there. Slightly shaded patches on some of this. And then the other side is very different, some green in there. Not everything is blue. This one is just kind of sticks out at me. It doesn't seem to fit the suite, but I really like it. It seems more of like a wintry sort of, like, they're like charcoal drawings. Very sketchy. I mean, sketched looking, not shady. And then some dark and light blue together. I love that. I love that new trend, the 2 different shades of blue, the light and the dark together. So these ones I probably wouldn't use these on the same card. This one's quite different than the rest of the designs in here. So they have the that sailor's knot, nautical knot in the Stampin'. They also have some of the paper. And then this is really cool. I love, it's like sailing newsletter or old-timey drawings of ships, and you know, you're not meant to really read it, just kind of to get that cool feel of it. And then the last piece, you could use this with the die for the compass needle. Am I putting the north? Yes, the north is facing up. And then I like this for a background. Just kind of the ship charts. So I really liked this DSP too. I've started with the last annual catalog to try to order all of the DSP so that I can use it, show it, let my customers know what it's like, not miss out when I see a cool design that maybe doesn't use the rest of the suite but uses a DSP, then I'll have it. I don't have to wait, 10 days to order it and have it shipped and whatnot. So I just started getting all the DSP because you'll see it, you'll use it. There's all those ways you can be creative with your DSP and have it pre-cut and ready to go, or just mass-produce things. And then the last part of the sailing suite are Memories and More cards. It's Stampin' Up's newer memory keeping system. They come in this little box, and it's almost impossible to get them back in here, so I kept it to show you. The Come Sail Away Memories and More card pack, and then I usually end up putting it in like the smaller freezer bags, Ziploc bags sort of things, so I can get to them easier. I will start out with the regular cards, and then I'll show you the fun extra pieces that they include in this pack too. So they have one big stack of the larger pieces, and then there were 2 separate packs of these smaller pieces. And they do sell Memories and More note cards and envelopes that are sized to these. This is slightly bigger than the normal 4.5 by 5 1/4 card front, and then these are even different from our regular note cards. So you can buy separate note cards and envelopes to just make cards using these Memories and More cards. The Memories and More excuse me, line is partly for scrapbooking with the pocket pages and the little pockets to slide the cards into, and then the photos into it, kind of pocket journaling kind of thing, similar to the Project Life, but with our own Stampin' Up colors and product coordination. And there are 2 of each, so I'll kind of do like with DSP, and I'll show you. Some of it is meant for the journaling, but you could even stick this on the inside of the card and write your message on there. I was thinking that would be fun. Some more of the like background newspapery stuff. Some of these cards do tie in with the DSP pretty well with these Memories and More cards. You can make this the card front, stamp a sentiment in there, put it on a card base, maybe wrap some ribbon and tie a bow. This would be really, really nice for the scrapbooking. Remember, some more of those compasses. Another good card front, a good background. I like how they give you 2, so you don't have to choose between World's Greatest Guy. I should read the ones with the words that show up backwards. And then the little sailing things. This would be fun wallpaper. We don't do gender-themed nurseries because we don't find out the gender of our babies, and we don't want to have to redecorate every time if they're different gender, but if I did, I think sailing would be a fun one for a boy. What is life but a grand adventure? Aww. So I'm about halfway through my 3rd pregnancy, and even a little sentimental phrase like that makes me want to tear up. I love this stripey too. Also great wallpaper. I heard wallpaper is coming back as a trend for your home, more tasteful than I think it used to be, or at least freshened up. This is Let's Go Somewhere and Do Something. I really like this card. It's kind of got the map background, rivers sort of thing, and then it's got lots of things on it, but it doesn't feel too busy. It feels just right, I think. I think I might use this side for cards. Okay, I'll go a little quicker. I have a little bit more to show. There's a lot of cards. Okay, these ones go together. Same side. This is tricky. Hello, Handsome. Our Story. That could be a fun anniversary card too. Make them different. This one is Destination Happiness. Love those stripes. I love navy. They're Free as the Ocean. Free as the Ocean. You, Me, and the Sea. Aw, that's cool. Oh, there's a book, Old Man and the Sea. Is that a Hemingway one? I never read that. That's what that quote makes me think of. Lighthouse again. Very cool. Ooh, a lighthouse you can write on. Other way for the anchor. And just like that DSP, I think there's a different color though. All the different plotting your course instruments, cartography instruments, map making. Ahoy there. I always do that. I like that ship. Alright, this is the last one from that pack. Life is Better When We Are Together. That's a good friend card, I think. And then really quick with this last pack. Memories. I think it's funny the grid paper. I don't write on that so much, but it looks cool. Happy Father's Day. That would be a good card. I don't know if you'd... I guess you could have a Father's Day layout in your scrapbook. I don't do scrapbook. I think about it, but I don't do it. I like the cards. Ooh, this is black, dark gray. Kind of like the freshen that up, break away from the blue. Soaring free. Yep, that's right side up. A couple more. Any day with you is the best. Oh, that's fun. If you had a good like date night or just day hanging out with your husband or your spouse, you could just give them a little card, say thanks for a fun day. You made my day. Thank you card. I like this little kind of jot down a little note with the on top of the background. Really creative. This would be fun for, ooh, like a birth page story. We had our baby. Different sides. This way. And there we go. I think this one could go either way. And this says adventure. Okay, so those are the regular cards, and then they have these really cool laser cut, and one side is white, and then I don't know if this will show up, but this is brown speckled. Oh, there you can see it. Brown speckled kind of through everything. Really interesting. It would be cool to have like a simple colored DSP maybe in the back, something not too busy, or just cardstock. That could be fun too. This one again with the wheels, one side is white, and then this has that speckly brown. I think it's like the soft suede or crumb cake, one of the lighter browns. It's not too dark. This one you would cut in half with your paper trimmer. We'll be getting a new one in the Stampin' Up. There won't be one in the Stampin' Up catalog, I'm pretty sure, but we will be getting a new and improved one in the coming months. So this is also the brown speckly. And then there was some blue specklies too. Here we go. This would be fun, but I like the blue, but I really like it in white. With that, I feel like you can get a cool contrast. I feel like I'm hide and seek like my little girl. My 1.5-year-old, she still loves peekaboo. I like this frame. That's really cool. Oh, and we'll do it this way so that our ship is upright. Oh, how fun with the die cut sun. Blue again. The blue shows up easier, I think. And then waves. This is when you can build a scene with your ships, sailboats. And that there are 4 sticker sheets, 2 each of the 2. Some frame ones you could stamp on, some rope things here, some of those compasses and anchors. This one is neat. It has, I think maybe you could pair them together and put some of these circles in the middle. I'm not sure if that fits, but it definitely looks like, yeah, it will. Simply having a great day. This is a perfect moment. Celebrate, fun, hello friend. Here's to making every moment great, count, love you always. So a lot of like you could kind of build a card without stamping if you need to take something to craft, but you don't want to take as many supplies as you usually might. So that's the Memories and More Come Sail Away card pack. I have a very small selection of the next suite. It's like a follow your art kind of thing, and it has all these different crafting products that Stampin' Up makes. The paper is just great. They have the DSP pack and other ones. They have our Stampin' Right markers and our new blends markers, alcohol blending ones. They have some with the glue guns and stuff. So if you like crafting and you like these bright bold colors, kind of the cutesy, this would be right up your alley. I love how the ribbon, this is just how we have it. You can color it with our exact Stampin' Up colors. Really a fun card for crafters. And then the other part of this suite are these mini Stampin' Up boxes. They're just super tiny. You get 8 of them in a pack. And then this is what they look like. And what's really neat is that I did mine how I, close up a box when after you've, gotten it and you're putting your own stuff in it. But what is cool is they also have a washi tape pack. And there is a washi tape roll that's white with our black Stampin' Up label on it. So you could even seal your box with Stampin' Up logo washi tape, and then so that they didn't have to undo all that prettiness to get into the box, you could just open it up. The bottom is really seems to be where you're meant to open it up. It's like the lid is on the bottom, because if you want the Stampin' Up! Label to be read correctly, then this makes the bottom be the lid. So I think these are going to be fun for team meeting gifts for me personally, or if you have another friend who loves getting their Stampin' Up! Order in the mail, you can give them a little birthday treat, or just any day treat, or Valentine's things, any sort of thing like that, and give them some little goodies in their own little mini Stampin' Up! Box. I just thought that, I love minis. There's that. Just two more sweets, and they're smaller samples of that. Not all of the products. I didn't get everything that we could get for our pre-order. So this one is actually a current stamp set, Daisy Delight, that coordinates with our Daisy Delight Punch. And then coming out in our new annual catalog is a coordinating stamp set called Daisy Lane. And you can see there are two sizes of daisies in here. The current Daisy Punch will fit the large one, and then of course they're coming out with a medium punch to fit this one. So I am betting we will see a lot of designs using these stamp sets together. The old one of Daisy Delight, and then the new one of Daisy Lane, and then both of the punches together. I'm wondering what people will create. I wonder what I will create. I'm going to have to make it a point to try to incorporate these together. So that's the Daisy little bundle. I guess it's not as sweet. The Daisy Lane and the medium punch is just a bundle together for the 10% discount. This one, though, is part of a suite. The Timeless Label Punch I also got for free. It was part of the Make and Takes, and I love all of our labels. We have the Timeless Label Punch. We have the Story Label that carried over from our Celebration Coordination. We have the Everyday Label Punch, and we have the Pretty Label Punch. And then you can kind of count this in that same group. The Tailored Tag, it's a decorative, sentiment thingy. So we have a new punch, the Timeless Label, to go along with our other collection of really cool, whoopsies, I'm dropping some of these, really cool sentiment punches. I like these. Just picking the one that kind of best fits the feel you're going for on your card. I always write the name on the back, because with so many of these it's like something label punch, I never remember until I use it enough or look at it enough. So I just write. I figure if I ever give this away or sell it, they'll find that helpful too, I'm sure. And then this was an all attendee giveaway for our training, the onstage biannual events, and I'm so glad they gave it to us. I like it. I mean, I have ordered it right away, but a lot of it, I'm going to see if I can get the shine on there. It's shiny. Oh good, there it is. A lot of these things are shiny, and it's mosaic. It's called Mosaic Mood Specialty DSP. It's specialty because of the embossed shiny parts. So then it has one side is the shiny, and then the other side is the regular. And I put the matching sheet to this not on top, it seems. If I find it, I will show you them together. So this one is also a shiny part, and then it goes with a pretty little flower pack. Those look nice together. Very bright colors. I feel like this is our new terracotta tile, maybe one of our dusty new in colors. Some hummingbirds. I like the hummingbird set, that stamp set in the last catalog. It's retiring. These little flowers, tile, mosaic stuff again. Oh, this one's a shiny. Ooh, this one has the shiny leaf pattern. There's some of the glint on there for you. And then, oh, so cool. Can you see the mosaic on these roses? I like that a lot. I love those giant mosaic things I've seen. I think we went to Epcot. We got to go as part of some special training for the November on stage, and they had in one of the Middle Eastern villages, I think, or Indian, I can't remember, a big mosaic sort of display, and that was really fun. So then the other side of, there are a pink rose one too with some shiny on there. The other side of it is a really pretty yellow flowery thing. Last one for this, and I think, oh, I have one more bundle to show you. So this one is the shiny mosaic kind of scallops, very pretty shades of pink, and then some of these different tiles, lines together. I bet these could come up with some fun combinations of the DSP front and back. And then again, they show you on the package the coordinating colors to help you plan your own projects. So then the last one is one of our $1 Million Achievers stamp sets. And when this lady got her first million, her name's Mary Ellen Bayer, I hope I got her name right, they didn't have this honor of creating your own stamp set when you get $1 million in sales, so she just got her second million. That also makes me want to cry. Just imagine the accomplishment you'd feel. So she got to do a stamp set with her 2 million. It's super cool. It is this one, and maybe this one you could say too, and the leaves are the distinctive technology, maybe, style that Stampin' Up! Has patented, where it's super detailed, and when you stamp it, it looks like it's sketched, it's real, it looks really, really lifelike. But then also, it's a 2-step stamp, and some of the samples were just amazing. When they did it in one color and stamping off for different shades, it was cool, but when they had like the Highland Heather, a light purple with like Blackberry Bliss, the dark purple, that just really pops when you use the 2 different shades or 2 different colors that are complementing each other. Oh, they look cool. I just had to get this, and she seems like such a sweet lady, just so honest. I'm like, I want to get her stamp set. I don't think they get a portion of the profits, but I just think that would be, I don't know, I can feel like I can connect to them if I get their stamp set somehow. True friendship of one of God's greatest gifts, to be your friend, hello, and grateful, blessed, I bet that goes together, blessed to be your friend, and grateful to know you. Little flower center there. Sometimes there's these little tiny stamps that you kind of overlook, and then you see a project like, oh, that goes with that. That's what that's for. Okay. So you have to look at all the stamps and see how they go. And even this one, it is a 2-step, and then so with the outline and the inside, and then the layered. So it's 2-step stamping and the distinctive with all these layers. So much you can do with all of that. And then this is super cool too. She gets to have a die set with her stamp set. So her set is called To a Wild Rose, and then the dies are called Wild Rose dies. So this is also a bundle for 10%. There's several bundles. The other cool thing, my other favorite thing besides in the new catalog, besides in colors, are besides the suite numbers, I mean, where you can order the whole suite with one number. I love that. And then the other thing I love is a bundle index in the beginning of the catalog, where it lists all the bundles in the catalog, shows you the stamp set with the punch or stamp set with the die, and then also shows you a sample, a card or a project that's different than the sample shown on the spread in the catalog. So they show you as many samples as possible. They don't repeat the sample in that bundle index. So then they have a rose to cut out those roses, and a leaf to kind of layer over top of the leaves, and then a leaf to cut out the leaf. And then a really cool kind of, I don't know, lattice flowerly linked background piece, and then a very large label. It's stitched too, so we'll have stitching on the inside where you cut it out. A little to cut out your little flower center stamp that we were looking at, I think. When I really look at these, I really see some good connections. I like doing these videos because they make you look at it more so you can describe it in case the video doesn't capture it as much, and then I feel like I'm getting a better handle on this stuff, so I'm having fun with this. So that is, I'm just going to double check. Oh, one more ribbon goes with the card. So this was the last make and take that we got to make. I really, really like this. I've been really into the blends. I have almost all of them now, the Stampin' blends, the alcohol-based markers that are for coloring, and you just can get such beautiful, more lifelike shading. I love a stamp. I love a good stamp with just ink and paper, but I also love to make it look as real as possible. with the true colors that they would be, and not just doing it all in yellow or something. That's a fun look though sometimes. Some of the really cool, this is the Bird Ballad Suite, I think. I really love it. Gorgeous paper, again with the elegant antique feel I'm getting into. And then the product that I got was this, it's called Scallop Lace Trim, and it is very vanilla. Let me shake some of it loose for you. So there you can see, really pretty scallopy, lacy. Really adds that last little touch to your card. I'm getting better at leaving my bows big. I used to feel like I had to tame them down or something, but sometimes a nice puffy bow is really fun and eye-catching. So this is another suite to look forward to. They're little trinkets. Love the stamp set, great for coloring. All of the DSP from this suite is just stunning. The world needs more of you. Aww, not just more people like you, but more of you. We have such emotional sentiments, such heartfelt sentiments. Well, that is my my product purchase premiere, they call it, the pre-order sneak peek for you. There's lots more to come. This is just a sampling of what we could order at the onstage event. There'll be lots more that I get to order with the regular pre-order for demonstrators in May, and then starting June 4th you will get to see your own catalog and get your hands on some of your own products to create and enjoy. So thank you for watching this video. I really enjoyed it. I hope it gave you a good idea of what's coming, and you had fun listening to me babble, chat to myself. So thanks for watching, and have a good night.